although I'm a woman, but I'm also part of Combatants for Peace. My name is Rima, I'm 29 years old, and I'm Palestinian, and I'm a Palestinian with an Israeli identity. I'm part of the Palestinian Arabs of Israel. This is how my government call us, but we call ourselves Palestinians with an Israeli nationality.
So you voted?
Yes. So this election I voted, but I decided to vote in the same day when Benjamin Netanyahu went into the media and he said that our country is in threat because the Arabs are going with buses to vote. And
droves.
What?
In droves.
Yes, and that's why and then he said, and it won't be a Palestinian state. This was also in his speech. That's what drove me and many other people that they are boycotting the election of the Israeli Knesset to go and to vote. And this year it was the highest amount of Arabs in Israel going to vote. It was over 70% of the Arabs that they went to vote. And with all this, still we have the right wing in our government. And I'm really sad to say that we live in a country that is built on fear. All the time there is fear that the Arabs will be a bigger population in Israel. We're 25% of the population in Israel, and they're also afraid of the Arabs around them. And once Benjamin Netanyahu, he said there will be no Palestinian state, it seems that this is what supported him to get more and more voices, and I'm really sad for this. I want to say about Combatants for Peace, about our project and why we're here, and then we will answer about Gaza. We live in a really complexity situation. When we came here, I've never had the chance to speak to politicians, because politicians in our countries, in Israel, I would say, they talk about in codes, they talk about we will do, but no one is doing anything. And I'm really happy to be here today and to talk with you. Maybe that's why we felt urgent to talk about important things and not about our small, teeny-weeny work back home. So what we're doing is that we're all ex-combatants and we work in non-violent way. One of these ways is theater. It's theater of the oppressed. This is how it's called, which is format working in the same way in Rotterdam and in Holland. The idea of theater of the oppressed, it's a long process to explain it, but it's working with oppressed communities. It's working with the invisible people that their voices won't get to the public or to their own community. And this is the base of theater of the oppressed. And we as minority in our two states, or at least as minority in Israel, we use a theater of the oppressed in order to raise our political vision and to use the theater techniques in order to deliver our message. Because people, when they want to see theater, they stand and they observe. But if they want to hear speeches that everyone is doing that back home, they won't listen. The mind will be blocked and the heart will be blocked. And this is what we're doing. We're doing theater together, Israelis and Palestinians, and we work in personal stories. Our main work is through personal stories and about the transformation from the violent into the non-violent resistance. If it's a Israeli, why he left the Israeli army and what brought him to this place where he said, I don't want to serve in the occupied territories, I don't want to be an occupier and part of the oppression system of the Israeli army, and also the Palestinian, that he was part of the resistant movement. He said, I don't want to continue in that, I want a non-violent struggle like Nelson Mandela did, like South Africa did, like so many models that we have in the world that people brought peace to their countries. And also we shouldn't forget that also the Palestinian Authority, Abu Mazen, he adopted the non-violent struggle as a strategy of the Palestinian Authority, which they didn't do in Israel. In Israel, they talk all the time about war, about invasions, about the threat from the outside world. And this is why we met with Abu Mazen and the Palestinian Authority so many times in order to find a way in bringing Jewish Israeli people that they were part of the Israeli army into the West Bank in order to work and to end the occupation. This is our main goal.